wanted to talk about decision making. Sometimes we have to make big decisions
Mm.
in relationships, big decisions work-wise, moving, not moving. I want to talk about a process, a three-step process to do that. And step one would be this: ask the question and write out what your reactive response would be. Should I leave this job and go to another job? Well, just write without even thinking. Yes, I need to leave this job because the boss is not treating me right, and blah, 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 blah. Allow yourself to tangentially journal without a whole lot of thought process. It's almost like, what is your knee-jerk reaction to that?
Mhm.
And then step number two would be to write out your fears around that question. Just write down all the fears. So step one is your reaction. Step two is writing out any fears around that big decision. And then the third part, ask yourself the question and just allow you as an adult, what do I think about it? And I'm just writing out that third perspective. And I'm also, in my case, I certainly would be praying about it, right? And I think probably for yours, looking for spiritual guidance. All of us are on different levels of our spiritual journey. To get the perspective from heaven is very important in any decision, and it certainly is available. So when you do that, you listen to your heart. Your fear lives in your head.
Yeah.
If you think about when you're really worried about something and you're staying up all night concerned about it, where's your center of location? It's in your head and it's spinning, right? It's like, what about it? That's where our fear, our protector reaction, our obsessive thoughts are up in our head. Our true self is more centered in our heart. It's right in the center of our being. That's where our spirit is. That's where God speaks to us. That's where we connect to heaven in a sense. But the guideline would be, do you get a green light or a red light in your heart? And that answer is just a sense. It's a feeling. Green light, go for it. Red light, stop and wait. Transform You is an intensive online coaching program that Holly Kim and I lead. It's for individuals and couples. If you're interested in exploring whether it's right for you, click on the link below and book a call, and we'll see if this is a good program for you. Now back to the teaching. So I remember hearing a businessman, very successful investor. He was being interviewed, and it was the most unlikely interviews that I saw. They were asking him, how do you consistently do successful investments over and over and over again? And he said, it's real simple. I will have someone come in that's pitching an idea. I'll sit down with them, listen to their whole pitch, and then I'd say, thank you, I'll get back with you. And I'll go in my prayer closet and I'll wait until I get a green light or a red light. If I get a green light, I go with it. If I get a red light, I don't. And he said, I've had times the guy was so sharp, he had a tie on, a suit, he gave the best presentation. It was like a slam dunk, looked like investment. And he said, I've gone to my prayer closet and I've gotten the red light. And I would call him and say, sorry, thank you for coming in, but I'm not interested in this investment. And he said, I've had other times where the guy comes in, his tie's a mess, he fumbles through the presentation, he's awkward, and this and that. I go into my prayer closet, I get the green light, and then I proceed and say, okay, I'm going to invest with you. He says, that formula has never proven me wrong. He's a businessman, right? X's and O's. And ultimately, what he relies on is that he waits and gets quiet enough and he just looks for the green light or the red light in his heart. Most of the time, people will present things spiritually to look for the red light or the green light. But if you don't do the first two steps, you don't move out the noise.
Right.
You got to move out the static from your mind before you can clearly hear. If my fear is real strong and my mind's obsessing, I can't hear what's in my heart. Or if I do, it's really hard and it's very contrary. So I'm going to leave the job, but I'm not. But I'm going to leave the job, but I'm not. But I'm not. But I'm going to leave the job. But if I honor the spinning in my head and say, okay, I'm going to honor you by writing you out and giving you a voice and externalizing it and acknowledging it, what it does is it quiets it down so that I can have a clearer notion of the simple image of what is the red light or green light in my heart about proceeding. Hey, thank you for watching this teaching from Transform You. I hope it's been beneficial for you. If you're interested in our program, Transform You, our online intensive coaching program, click on the link below, book a call with us, and we can see if this is the right program for you. Also, if you want more information about Holly Kim and I and the program in general, click on this video now and it'll give you an in-depth understanding of Holly Kim and I and our program. God bless.